Haha, I'm not dead. Well, at least not yet. You know who is dead though? I'm so sorry. Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. Now let's be honest, this guy has single-handedly carried every single Marvel movie he was in. One of the sickest, most badass. Sorry, Nick Theory. I'll keep it family friendly. Iron Man is an absolute goat. Now, did S.H.Figuarts capture this figure perfectly, or does he suck with no articulation? Let's find out. Now, if you know me, in my reviews, I don't spend much time going over figures' boxes. I mean, how could I? It's just a box. I'm not trying to glaze, but this is such a dope box, and the fact that it has a matte finish sleeve covering the actual box is just perfect. And it gives you that super cool reveal of the actual box. Now, you can really tell they put some extra effort to clearly make this box stand out, and it's absolutely beautiful. Enough glazing the box, let's talk about this figure and its accessories. My first-hand impression of the figure is that he feels really good. He doesn't have much shading on him, but he has this sleek, shiny paint that really makes his colors pop. For the first time in hand, his articulation was really smooth and buttery. You know I like that. And on top of all of that, I think S.H.Figuarts perfectly captured what Iron Man looked like in the second movie. Now, this is a pretty pricey figure. You could say my wallet is
emotional damage.
Not to mention, he's also really hard to get. If you missed the pre-orders for him, you're most likely not getting him. Well, that is for a good price. I also figured I should mention this guy's a 15th anniversary reissue, so he comes with this little piece of plastic. Now, that's all that makes him different from the original. Gotta love that. Now, let's take a look at this guy's accessories. Now, if you want me to be completely honest, I'm kind of disappointed. That's something your parents would say. This figure doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but he comes with enough to actually do some cool poses and recreate some iconic scenes from the movies. And yes, he comes with donuts! So you can recreate that scene of him munching on donuts on top of the donut shop. He comes with 3 pairs of hands. Something I've noticed on each of his hands is that you could detach this articulated piece and attach it to whatever hand you have on the figure. It doesn't really do much, but it's cool because it makes the figure more accurate and adds more posability and articulation. As well as that, he comes with 6 blast effects that you could plug into different parts of the figure to make him take off or shoot one of his gauntlets. And he comes with this really scary face and this dope one that has shades on. One of the faces is an actual head sculpt and the other is just a faceplate. So if you want to swap them, you gotta detach them from the head and swap them out like you would a Goku action figure. For the faces, you also have a neck piece that you plug into the figure to attach them to the head. He also comes with these 4 pieces of, I don't even know what. So, this is actually the first time I had to look at the instruction manual. But the 2 small pieces are used to swap out a flat piece in his calf to make it look more like he's flying. And the 2 bigger pieces swap out for 2 pieces on his back to make it look like his back is expanding. Pretty cool. Well, at first I thought those pieces were pointless. I realized it was nice of S.H.Figuarts to include them to make the figure have more posability. Since Iron Man is such a bulky figure, it's hard to make him have crazy posability, but swapping parts definitely helps recreate poses that the articulation might have been limited to. And in classic S.H.Figuarts fashion, they gave us a 15th anniversary plaque with no stand, so it's literally just a piece of plastic that you stand the figure on top of. Also, while looking at the instruction manual, I saw that it said, "Warning, may rub off." What the hell does that mean? Oh yeah, and of course, I forgot to show you guys the donuts. Well, you can't take them out of the box, but they look pretty good, and you can make Iron Man hold them like he works at Krispy Kreme. Oh god, if you never had Krispy Kreme donuts, bro, they're so good. You gotta go get some. Alright, enough about me glazing the donuts. Overall, this figure's accessories are pretty good, and I definitely changed my mind. And I think there's a good variety to make some poses with. Now on to articulation. To start off, his head articulation is alright.
I mean, it's alright, like...
It pivots side to side pretty well. It can look up a good bit, but not down at all. On his shoulders, you get some extra articulation that serves literally zero purpose because his arms can't even lift up that high in the first place. And every time I ended up lifting them up that high, it would pop the back piece off, which is mad annoying when posing. He has terrible hand pivot, but great bicep swivel and great elbow articulation. On the other hand, though, there's no butterfly joint. Wait a minute. There is a butterfly joint, but it sucks. Moving on to his torso, you get somewhat decent ab crunch for a bulky figure, nothing great. He's got a swivel on his leg, he could kick up pretty high and to the side pretty decent. His knee articulation is actually pretty good, like I said, for a bulky figure. You got barely any pivot in the feet and very mid-toe articulation. And of course, since this is an old figure, he has drop-down leg joints. To be completely honest, his articulation stands for being an old, bulky figure. I know plenty of other companies like Revoltech and Mafex also have made Iron Man figures, but I don't have any of them to compare to, so let me know in the comments. Overall, I think you could do enough for what his articulation is. I just think it sucks that they couldn't get a better butterfly joint in him. His arms really can't even cross. But mostly, I feel the reason for that is because this figure was released October 26th, 2016. For an 8-year-old figure, I think it stands pretty good to current articulation standards. Well, I'm sure he doesn't have as much posability as a Revoltech Iron Man, but his posability is still pretty good. Next, we got scale. Now, he's a 1/12 scale figure, so he scales pretty good next to any other 1/12 scale figure. This is him next to GT Kid Goku and Saiyan Razor Knife Goku. Comment down below if you want me to do a review on GT Kid Goku. This is him next to Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Love that figure. This is him next to 2 random Iron Man Marvel Legends I have. And finally, this is him next to 2 other Marvel S.H.Figuarts, Miles Morales, and Deadpool 2. In conclusion, he scales well and looks great. My final thoughts. I absolutely love this figure. I've been meaning to get an Iron Man figure for a really long time now, and I just so happened to find him for a good price at my FYE. Well, sure, this figure doesn't have the best articulation or sculpt. I think he still stands pretty good compared to current figures, and overall I like him and think he's a great figure to mess around with. I'm not sponsored, but he's on Big Bad Toy Store for $100. I'll put the link in the description for you. Big Bad Toy Store, if you're watching this, you should definitely sponsor me. Or perhaps Ninden Games, please. Wink wink. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. If you didn't already know, I have a second channel, so make sure to go check that out. The name is Shfiguarts. You could type it into YouTube, or I'll put the link in the description. If you're into action figures, I would highly recommend joining my Discord server. The link is also in the description, and you could get to talk to me and be in some of my live streams and meet a bunch of cool people. Also, if you enjoy gaming, check out my gaming channel, DFT Gaming. The link is in the description. Click one of the videos on screen and watch some more of my content, and of course, have a good rest of your day. If you made it to the end of the video, comment the boxing glove emoji so I know you're a real one. You're an absolute legend. See ya!